All right, well, today I am out on the Welsh Reservoir. It's a power plant lake and pretty clear water here. You can see the bottom over here and a lot of hydrilla, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go out here, scout this out, kind of see what's going on, and hopefully catch some bass. I got a tournament here next week and I've never been on this lake, so just wanted to try to figure it out. Brisk today, it's about 37 degrees, but looking forward to this. The other thing I'll mention, because it's interesting, is if you can see that up there, it's almost 63 degrees in this water, where a lot of the other water is in the 40s and things like that. This is almost 20 degrees warmer than on a power plant. All right, I probably won't post this video until after the tournament's over, but this is kind of my Welsh January 2021 breakdown in terms of, I think, the way that I'm going to fish. And so I went yesterday really and fished this lake, just trying to get a feel for it. Never been out there. What I found was the water was about 66 degrees, even though it was 35 degrees in the air, something like that, snowing. There's some warm parts of the lake. It's a power plant lake, so I think it's pretty much stays warm year round. I would expect this weekend, with the temperature expected to be a little bit warmer in the 60s, that the water's going to be even warmer. But really just kind of driving around observing and doing a little bit of fishing on my own. This was kind of the plan that I came out with. This map isn't 100% accurate. This is just to kind of give a general idea, kind of my thought process and kind of what the lake looks like. So, and then you'll see in a couple places I've kind of gone and maybe drawn in a little bit more detail where I was like, oh, I'm going to fish that, I should draw some detail. But to kind of give you an idea what I'm going to do or what I'm thinking, and then it's always fun to compare this later to what actually happens. So I caught a couple fish here at the boat ramp, just sitting around waiting for people to pull out. And there's like a channel that runs through here. And so I'm probably going to, I may start there or may end up there or maybe do both. Just see, I caught two pretty nice sized keepers, I think. So I'm going to start there, obviously, since that's where the tournament starts. The couple places that I've kind of identified here, there's a point, not basically right across. There's some artificial trees and stuff that created some artificial structures. I think Lunker's TV, actually, as I was looking through Fish Brain, had actually caught something or fished there as well. Seems like a pretty popular spot, year-round for people to catch fish. So I'm going to probably look at that spot. There's also another point down here as well. I'm also going to be looking for any sort of vegetation like grass, standing grass, something like that. I've seen some people having some luck with that. There's also, I saw a lot of people catching up here on this north side. There's like a little cove, and it's kind of shallow. They were casting kind of into the shallow with the boats in the deep part. So I might try that area as well. A couple areas over here I've heard are good for jerkbait fishing and look like they might potentially just, depending on the weather, might be some good places to try. And then in terms of fallbacks here, so like, what does that mean? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential spots that I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to probably hit those for sure. The little green dots are where I caught fish, or saw people catching fish, actually confirmed somebody catching fish, and that doesn't really indicate quantity or anything like that, so I guess I could probably tweak that a little bit. But this north end was really intriguing. It actually seemed like the water was kind of actually a little bit warmer up there. And there's actually like an island down here as well that has like where I guess they either pull water in or pump water out. But so again, not all this is to scale, but that's kind of my game plan in terms of X factor things. If none of those spots work, I'm probably going to go over here by the power plant. I saw some people kind of fishing over the fence over there, fishing around the banks over there. And so that could be an option. And then there's like another, where this point is, there's like another little cove over here. And just to really kind of, I guess, follow up on the secondary thought there, my other thought is, we're into middle of January. The water is going to be a little bit warmer. Everybody, I think, when they talk about winter fishing, talk about fish being suspended, being on ledges and things like that. So over here, there was like a creek channel. It was like 3 foot deep, and then, I hit like a 10, 12-foot spot, and I caught a couple fish, and they were aggressive. I had one where I threw the crankbait, and like as soon as it hit the water, a bass hit it. So, and then, I followed up, 2 or 3 casts later and caught another bass in that same vicinity. So that might still be a good spot. But then, like I said, I think if they're going to be kind of in a pre-spawn behavior, something like that, they may be out here kind of making their way to some of these flats. So this is kind of a flat, and some of these are kind of shallow where they might, want to lay eggs. But so, like I said, just depending on what the weather's like and what kind of I'm seeing, I might kind of go a little bit more after some of the flats, or some of these little nooks where I think they might be spawning. If not, I might try to look at these points, or where these transition points are between the shallow and deep areas. So that is my fishing plan here for Lake Welsh for 2021. In terms of what I'm going to be throwing, I had good luck with the bluegill. It was a Vicious Fishing bluegill crankbait. I'm probably going to keep that on. I tried some other lipless that didn't work really well. I've heard the rattle trap works well there, so I'm probably going to, and it is kind of cross season, so I'm going to go back and try the rattle trap. I hadn't had a lot of luck other places, so I kind of gave up on it for a little bit, but I'm going to do that. So those are probably the 2 of the ones that I'm definitely going to tie on. I've heard people have had good luck with brush hogs out there, so I may also give the brush hog a whirl again. I tried it the other day. I blew with flake, and it didn't really work out for me, but I might try like a green pumpkin or something like that. I don't know. It was cloudy. I was trying to go with the dark, but that water's so clear, I could have probably went with a more transparent or a more natural color. So those are probably 3 of the baits that I know I'm going to do. I saw some people catching on jigs out there, so I might try to go back to the jig. I'm also thinking about doing like a spinner bait as well. I think these fish, they're not lethargic like most winter fish are. So, and I even saw like turtles out there. So, a lot of the stuff out there. I saw deer out there. It's a very healthy, vibrant area. Not that really pertains to the bass, but the bite was good. They bit hard. They were active. So, I'm not going to be afraid of using the moving baits just because of that, especially as the water temperature gets warmer. So, that is the plan. We'll see. Also, I think I'm going to probably use a jerkbait. Probably going to throw a jerkbait. I've been fishing jerkbait pretty heavy, so hard that I actually broke. This is a Bass Pro jerkbait that actually broke. I actually hit it off the console of my boat. So I've been just, fishing these things like crazy. And I probably will still do that. I fished a couple jerkbaits the other day. Didn't get a lot of luck, but I don't know that I was in the optimal position or locations for it either. I was just kind of working through a bunch of different things. I also tried a chatterbait. I didn't have a lot of good luck with it, but I don't know. I've heard good things about that too. So it's just one of those. I'm kind of coming up with my plan A and then kind of my plan B. So I'm not stuck if I get out there and I don't know, I'm not getting the results that I wanted. You always, it's real exciting to say, oh man, I saw people catch them here, here, and here. I'm going to go back there and throw. Of course, some of these guys are throwing A-rigs. I personally don't throw an A-rig for reasons. But, if you throw one, it's fine. But it's just not my preference. And so from that perspective, I'm probably not going to do that. But just kind of seeing some people have success with jigs, haven't seen people have success with or having personal success with some prank baits and things like that. And then just hearing what other people have done, I'll probably kind of go through that rotation. And then the biggest thing I think is just in my mind, I kind of fished some spots longer than I should. I fished some baits that I thought were going to work longer than I should. So it's really going to be about getting on the fish, finding out what they like. If they start losing the bite, change it up, and if that doesn't work, changing spots. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see kind of how my plan here actually ties into what actually happens. And so I may leave this on the board here, and then I'll follow up with you guys after the tournament and let you know what happened. So till next time.